Hello, everyone. I gotta take a deep breath for this live because I am jumping into some real talk and realness here. No makeup. I just dropped my daughter off at school, picked up a few groceries at the store, and just felt this strong urge to jump on to this beautiful community, the Enlightened Leader, to give you a cautionary tale of what I've experienced this week and offer it to you to help you so that maybe you can examine your own life and figure out what might be derailing you and your heart and your soul on those levels. So I started watching the Amber Heard-Johnny Depp trial on YouTube. I don't know why I tuned in. Their stuff is none of my business. Their stuff does not directly impact my life. This case is not going to be creating legislation that I will be, voting on at the polls. Like, there's nothing like that happening. But hey, it's Johnny Depp. I know Johnny Depp. I've been a fan of his forever. And I just wanted to see what was happening. And then what happened was I got sucked into this gossip mindset, this gossip feeling of, ooh, what'd she say? Ooh, what did he say? What'd he do? All of that, which is hearsay. And in my opinion, it's gossip because it is only information that I can then impart a judgment on. Gossip is clutter in my mind. Gossip is useless because all it's doing is working to bring down one or both of the parties. That is the context of the gossip. But here I was watching the Amber Heard-Johnny Depp trial, sucked into this gossip mindset of watching the deposition videos, watching the same photos being shown to all of these witnesses, and me seeing, ooh, Johnny Depp has black satin pillowcases. Ooh, Johnny Depp has this kind of rug on his floor. Stuff that does not matter in my life, but there I was, consuming it. Almost like opening up a bag of Oreos, and I can't stop. So what happened to me that was so important that I had to jump on to this professional group, the Enlightened Leader, and share with you my cautionary tale? The information I was consuming in this trial, I wrote a list this morning. All the information relates to violence, dysfunctional relationships, tedious communication. If you listen to their audio footage of their arguments, oh my gosh, dysfunctional, tedious communication, gossip, judgment, shaming. And the shaming was coming in through the chat box on the side of the YouTube video where people all over the world are offering their 2 cents. And what I noticed that was really bothering me in that chat was how quick people were to shame Amber Heard. I mean, and saying really horrible misogynistic things in that chat box about her. Now, nobody has offered a judgment. The judge has not ruled in this case. The jury has not come up with their decision on what happened. And regardless of what the decision is, no woman deserves to be called the things that they were saying about her in that chat box. It was disgusting. And similarly, what people are saying about Camilla, I think her name is Vasquez, Johnny Depp's lawyer, this beautiful, intelligent, sharp powerhouse of a lawyer. But here's Johnny Depp working with a beautiful woman. Oh, so they must be dating. As if this beautiful, intelligent, and she is sharp as a whip. as if that's her purpose in this case, is to be his girlfriend. I mean, no, it's ridiculous. So to see how these two women were reduced to these tropes that have been perpetuated in culture, Western culture, for hundreds and hundreds of years. The trope of the gold digger, the whore. She's not smart, she's just pretty, just look at how pretty she is. All of those things, it just really bothered me. And then, and watching the repetition of the same toxic stories. So what did that do to me? I'm watching these same toxic stories because every deposition is recounting the same toxic events, showing the same photographs. And there's a cycle. And the more that this cycle was spun, the tighter it got. And it became a net for me. And I got sucked into it because I think that people inherently are interested in observing another person's suffering because in some way we can hold it against our own lives to kind of, it's almost like a barometer, like how am I doing? If they're doing that, which then offer a judgment, then I must be doing okay. Which is, I don't condone that way of feeling and operating, but I do think it is a core element of the complexity of the human condition. And so I ended up feeling just downright yucky, for lack of a more explicit word. I would wake up in the morning feeling confident, productive, like, yeah, I can't wait, I'm gonna write an article today, I'm gonna record my videos today, I'm gonna jump on LinkedIn and do some great networking, like I'm feeling good. Get my daughter ready for school, take her to school, but as soon as I step into the house and it's after 9 a.m., and I know that that trial has begun, I would feel this heaviness in my soul, thinking, what's happening today in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial? And I had massive shiny ball syndrome, wanting to see what was happening. It's like I had to go back to that bag of Oreos. I was craving it. And my productivity went out the window. Now here's what happens though when your productivity goes out the window because you're hooked onto something that you know is not good for you, but we're complex human beings and we get hooked into things. You know, practice loving kindness and forgiveness for your choices and your actions and you move on. That's what this live is about. I'm moving on by sharing this cautionary tale with you. So I got sucked into watching the footage, not doing my work. Then I said, well, maybe I could just play it in the background and I'll do my work in a different window of my computer. That never works. Now, when your productivity momentum slows, then we start self-judgment. I started being judgmental of myself and feeling bad about myself in a similar way that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp were being harmful to one another. So a pattern that I was seeing in that trial, I was then doing in some way to myself, shaming myself because I wasn't able to stop watching that toxic trial and get on with my work, which I know is important. The work I do is very meaningful to me because I know that the work I offer the world is helping other people. But I got sucked into toxicity. And so when my productivity went down, I started this downward spiral of feeling bad about myself as a business person, just feeling bad. And so the moral of this story is be very careful what you consume. We know that if we eat a bag of Oreos, even though they are delicious, more than likely you're going to have an energy crash. You're going to feel maybe a little bloated, maybe feel a little sick. And none of that is health regenerative, right? Be careful in what you take pleasure in, because sometimes it can grow and become something that is just going to pull down your energy. And so be careful what you consume. If you're consuming media, movies, TV, YouTube, videos, the trial of Amber and Johnny, just understand what you're getting from it. Examine whether it's positive or negative. Just get real with yourself. Call it out. And if it's negative, you've got to practice compassion for yourself and say, all right, babe, I get the fun in this. In some sick way, you're getting some fun out of this. Or you're getting something, some validation or whatever it is. I get that. However, we're going to step away. We're going to turn it off. We're going to go outside, take a walk, and hit the reset button. Get your head back, get your heart back. Clear your heart from all of the toxicity that it has consumed. Say a prayer for Camilla and Amber and all the women in the world, that women cannot be jumped on like that for how they show up in the world. Say a prayer for Johnny and his obvious problems with addiction, which every person has testified to. And just hold a safe space of compassion for them, for yourself. Say we are all complex human beings in a complicated world. And I can align with my path that says that my work, my deepest calling in this world is to offer a flashlight for other people to find their own path so they can stay in alignment with what is true to them. My biggest core value in my life that I put at the front of my every relationship I have, all of my creative practices, my hobbies, my health, everything I do relates back to connection. Everything I do relates to connection. And I got out of alignment with this trial because A, there's nothing but disconnection happening between every single party involved in the chat box, everything. And I was disconnecting myself from my bigger purpose by getting caught up in that net. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Take it for what it is. If you enjoy watching the trial, because for some reason in watching the trial, it's aligning with one of your values that's affirming for you, enjoy it, please. But I'm just sharing that for myself, it was massively detrimental. And it reminded me of why I consume the media that I do consume, which is everything to do with production. That's why I love HGTV and the Food Network. So I'm going to stick to that for my media. I offer this to you with loving kindness and a state of grace for you to take it as you will. I hope you all are having a fabulous spring as we enter into summer. Summer is a very hot season, and sometimes energetically, because of the longer days, we tend to work longer hours, and so our systems can get overheated. So if you need some tips on how to bring yourself down and restore yourself so your heart and your soul can stay connected and energized in their own sustainable way, reach out to me. I seriously am here for you. All right, thank you all so much for hearing my cautionary tale. I hope it was meaningful. Leave a comment below on how this landed on you. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.